Okay. Hopefully, whatever the problem was fixed. I don't know why, but the stream health is just kind of janky. Can everyone see and hear me? If we encounter any problems this time, I'll just have to go with my old setup. Prefer not to do that, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Y'all just give
Hello.
me a minute or two, sort this thing out, get redistribute the link. All this administrator crap I would have preferred not to do. Hold on. All right, can everyone see and hear me? I'm hoping whatever problem we encountered last time is fixed. Let's see.
Yes, you ready?
I'm having to redistribute the link out, which is a pain in the butt, but whatever. We're gonna make this happen. Right. All right, can everyone see and hear me? Donald, you can see and hear me. I much appreciate it. I don't know what happened last time, but y'all got my apology. But yeah, I was saying I normally don't do Q&As on the fly, but this situation very much warrants it. So apparently Uber Eats is showing the drop-off location, and they're also showing uh, the restaurant that you're picking up from. Everyone in the chat, if you can, please share the link because that was not supposed to happen, but it did. So, a lot of people that were in the previous video, they probably don't have the link anymore. But based on the video that I just put out, because in my most recent video I talked to show screenshots of this, it's available in some markets, but it's also not available everywhere. So if y'all have seen this, let me pull a screenshot up so y'all can see it. Okay, so I think the lighting is probably showing, but this is what I'm talking about. You see how you can see the customer location. You can also, and this is also a general Uber Eats Q&A, so feel free to ask any questions about Uber Eats. Now, while y'all do that, just give me 1 sec to post the link in the YouTube community. Then we should be like fully good to go. This administrative crap is taken care of. Thank God. Okay. Are live at this. Okay. Now we're good. Are you back? Aloha. So each shows a drop off now. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, we're back. We're good to go. Yes, they do. Now, I'm getting the case that this isn't available in every market though. I'm in the Dallas Fort Worth area, okay? So it's available in my market, but I did have someone say that it wasn't available in their market. But here's the way it goes. Y'all know those guarantee orders that we've talked about before on the channel, right? If an order reaches that status, then apparently in some markets you can see the drop-off point now. So it'll show the drop-off for the customer, and it'll also show what restaurant you're picking up from. And for those of y'all that are just joining, I'm going to pull up the screenshot again. The drop-off is. Okay. Quest bonuses seem to be gone. Is that just me, John Oliver? No, it's not just you. At the beginning of this year, I'd say the quests and the boosts kind of took a backseat. Uber really wanted to test this guarantee order thing out. What I mean is, when an order is floating around for too long, you'll see a guaranteed amount appear, like it's guaranteed $10 or $7, etc. They really wanted to test that out to see if it could ultimately replace like quests and boosts. That way, the market can kind of self-regulate itself. It's kind of been successful, so the quests and the boosts have kind of taken the back seat. It's not that you don't see them; it's just in their eyes, it's the second wave of defense. The first wave of defense is the guarantees. All right. Small town, super slow, online for hours, nothing. Is this just market? Dan, I would say it could be your market, but you want to make sure you've checked out the Ubereats Advanced course and the normal Ubereats course, because it kind of shows how to remedy that in form of hotspots. Let's see. John, I never see the drop-off location in my area. John, have you seen like number attached to your trips, like guaranteed amount, like it's guaranteed $5 or $12 or whatever? Have you seen those? Let's see. Then I had quests for a week for 20 trips. Made 4 really slow. Here, any suggestions on advertising? By advertising, you mean like you want to get more customers on the platform? Yeah. Buy a Uber or Uber Eats shirt. People will ask you, hey, do you work for Uber? You say no, but then you tell them what you do. And hand out a coupon with your Uber Eats promo code. You can get some free food and there'll be more people on the platform. But strictly as a driver, you want to check out the Uber Eats course. I'll link it in the chat. Let's see. Say to God, I'm about to make bread now. About to get it in, huh? But yeah, they're showing the drop off in certain markets. I was told on the video I posted that someone had this for like 3 months, and I'm just now getting it in the Dallas Fort Worth area. In fact, I even had someone that's in my market say that they saw it in downtown Dallas. Now, I haven't been to Dallas in a little while, but they saw it like maybe a few weeks ago. So I guess it's just now getting rolled out because it looks like it's not in every market. For those of y'all that are joining us, I'm going to find the link to the video I made. I'm going to post it in the chats. Let's see. Showing the drop off. All right. Dan, at part 5 now, I think I appreciate your time, sir. It's much appreciated, Dan. Once you finish, Dan, are you on part 5 of the Uber Eats course or the advanced Uber Eats course? Because if you're on part 5 of the normal Uber Eats course, when you finish that one, go on to the advanced course, and that should really help you out. Okay. Then, New York, new drivers, new to Eats. Okay. All right. So we've got more people in the chats. If you've seen this, them showing you the drop off point, like put 111 and put like your market, like you in LA, San Francisco, Atlanta, Chicago, New York. As of right now, I know for a fact that it's in Dallas with the DFW area. Let's see if it's in some more cities across the nation. And like I said, this is an Uber Eats Q&A, so if you have any questions on Uber Eats, feel free to type them in the chat. Ursi? Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I do DoorDash and I am signed up for Ubereats, but haven't done it yet. Brentwood, California. Okay. Well, I will say this. Before you do your first Ubereats trip, you'll definitely want to check out the Ubereats Advanced course. I mean the Ubereats course, not the Advanced. That's too much right now. But you want to check that course out so you can get started on the right foot. I'll link that in the chat also. Let's see. John Oliver, no drop off that I've noticed. Okay. So it looks like, I don't want to say they're beta testing it. They might be. They might be beta testing it, but it just seems like it's not available in all markets at this time. That's pretty interesting because usually my market is, I say when something rolls out, most of the time it's hit everywhere else except for us, and then it finally hits us. But it looks like they're rolling this out in a different fashion. Okay. What's up, Lee? Let's see. Dan, I wish there was a restaurant referral program. So many local restaurants that could be delivered. Yet I've heard too expensive for smaller restaurants. Dan, there's some truth to that. I actually I actually am the founder of a vegan meetup group where we go around and review restaurants that have vegan options. And I know a lot of restaurant owners, and I've talked to some of them, and they said they thought about getting on these apps, but these apps take like between 40 to 60% of the overall order earnings. So they're like, that's way too expensive. So you kind of got to be big for it to make sense for you to make a profit. When I heard that, I thought that was just insane. John Oliver, I want Quest back. That's how I stay motivated. John, I got a solution for you. On the Ubereats Advanced course, Part 5 is Ubereats Strategies and Ubereats Zones. Take a look at that. It'll really show you how to not have to depend on quests and boosts and how you can carve the maximum earnings out of your market. Because that's just one element of getting paid as an Uber Eats driver. There's so many factors. There's the boost, there's the quest, there's the longer trips, which you make more money on. There's just doing a bunch of short trips within a certain time frame. There's tipping. I mean, there's a few more factors you need to take in consideration. And once you have those factors in lockdown, start paying attention to where you are making the most money in your market. Then head over there. If you get taken out that zone, I turn the app off, go back to where I was, or I just go back to the most profitable zone. Because some areas you make like between $11 and $14. Some you can make $14 to $17. I go into detail in that video specifically. It really helps you not having to rely on these boosts and quests because they're very capricious. It's based on supply and demand, and they may be there, they may not. It just depends. Plus, some areas don't have boosts, and there's not really quests going on, but they are mad tippers. Just last Sunday, I went to an area in my market which I'm not going to name, but I made like $39 in tips, and when I did the math, it was actually $20 per hour, and it was no boosts or quests involved. So, just take that in consideration. Check that video out. It'll definitely help. Trust me. Let's see. All right. But now that Uber Eats has shown, well, it's not in every market, but let's just say when it rolls out in every market, I say that's the biggest complaint that people have with Uber Eats. Is there something else would y'all say that Uber needs to do to make drivers happy? Zay, you got me back on Uber Eats. It's much appreciated, Zay. I mean, the training is everything, and since Uber isn't really gonna give you any real training, someone's got to do it. I mean, I'll be that someone. I got no problem with that. John, wow, got you. fact, I'll link to the video I was talking about. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. But yeah, they finally done the unthinkable. I kind of had a feeling they were gonna have to do it at some point because I have friends that do the other apps. You know, I'm not so much on hopping on a bunch of apps, but they tell me like these other apps do show this information. And since Uber Eats doesn't have the majority of market share, they were gonna have to do it eventually because people just weren't taking orders. They were. I've actually had a situation where I was in a certain zone specifically to avoid a certain area of my market because it just had too much crap to deal with. And when I took an order, it was literally went 10 miles into the place I was avoiding. I literally just canceled the order. And Uber didn't like it, but I didn't care. And them doing this shows me that a lot of drivers have started doing that. So they've done what they should have done from the start, which is they're starting to show this information. Right now, it's just on guarantee orders, but eventually, I think it's going to trickle down to orders in general. Lee, consistent changes is where they have it wrong. People are creatures of habit. Uber changes so much. That's pretty on point, Lee. I mean, consistency is simple. And when you start changing things every 2 seconds, that's where it gets complicated. It makes people just, kind of mentally check out. Like, just forget that stuff. We got too much complexity in our lives as it is. Careers, work, relationships, friendships. I mean, we don't need other things complicating the equation for no reason. Let's see. Advanced course. Oh man, what is this thing doing? Okay. Dan, Dan just posted my referral code. Well, it's much appreciated, Dan. But yeah, what is it y'all want to see from Uber Eats that y'all feel should be changed? I know John mentioned that he wants more quests back. Like these guarantee orders are like, I don't care about that. Give me the quest back. Let's see. Okay. So Lee, since you're in the chat, I remember you said on the original video, it's not in your market yet. What's your market again? Dan delivering ice cream. I'm sure you're having to avoid the temptation to have a indulge your sweet tooth. Am I right? Oh man, I'm in Calgary. Okay, so I'll see if I can maybe put together some kind of list of places it's in, places it isn't for now. But if all goes well, they'll be in every market pretty soon. Then we have a friendliest. We have a friendliest is a local restaurant. I need 2 bags, one for food, one for cold. That's actually a good strategy because it's not that uncommon to have food that one is hot and one is cold. You're obviously not going to put them in the same bag. So if you have one for each temperature, good to go. Halakula. I like that name. Hard to believe only 11 people watching this. Killer content. Rich watching from Portland, Oregon, by the way. It's much appreciated. I always say this. I may not have the most watchers and subscribers, but in my opinion, I have the most innovative when it comes to critical thinking. I mean, y'all ask pretty good questions, and y'all are all about making the most money in the least amount of time. So, in my book, I would rather have a small audience like that than the biggest audience that isn't of that quality. Because I mean, if y'all read through some of the comments in my videos, you can tell there's two types of people that watch it. There's people like y'all. Y'all are just looking for the system and the information. Y'all get it. Y'all are ready to put the work in, make the money, and do what you need to do with the money. Then there's the lazy type that just complains about stuff. The second type I don't care about. I'm supposed to serve y'all so y'all can have the content and information y'all need to be successful. Let's see. So guys, what is it y'all want to see Ubereats do? Because I doubt they're watching like YouTube 24/7, but it is kind of proof that whether they've listened to us or it's because the wallet has been affected, too many customers aren't getting their food or they're getting it 2 hours later, that they've started to implement some of the things that we've been saying for years. We're at the 22-minute mark. Guess I'll go for about 30 minutes, then we'll probably shut it down. Donald Demirs, do you still only do Uber Eats or did you branch out to Postmates? Donald, I still just do Uber Eats. I've always had Postmates set up as a backup though. I have one video that shows you how to do it, but you'll never see content on here about these other delivery apps for the most part because I don't want to be one of those guys that's just promoting a bunch of apps. I want y'all to get in this industry, make the money you need to make, and move on with your life. When you're doing so many apps, you get stuck in this world. Now I'm not gonna be a part of that. And you also start seeing on the channel like other apps in other industries that you can make money with. I just released the Robinhood video a little while back that shows you how to invest in the stock market for beginners, and it's getting some pretty good feedback. Let's see. Zay, videos are very key. If you do Uber Eats, it's damn near mandatory to watch your videos coming from a pro. I appreciate the shout out, Zay. Dan, anyone deliver Five Guys, burgers and fries, milkshake with whipped cream over top of cup? How sanitary is that? I take a ketchup cup and tape it over the top. Dan, that's a good idea. Especially, this wasn't on Uber Eats, but the fact that it's out there kind of threatens the whole delivery concept. One of y'all told me about a video, or actually posted in the comments section, a video of a DoorDasher that delivered a milkshake to a child. And he actually sipped from the milkshake right before he gave it to him, before the door opened and he gave it to him, which was just plain disgusting. So the whole world is seeing that now. So like what you're doing, that's a great idea. So that thought isn't even in their head because you have it covered. Let's see. Lee, I think our bottom line is gas prices. Yeah, it is locally based to a certain degree, but they've gone up. They've gone up. John, I would like it if they asked all restaurants to seal up their food, being accused of tampering, even though I have a bag. I agree, John. And one thing I do, like half the restaurants I pick up from, they have the bag open. When I get in the car, I tie it myself. So I double tie it. It's one of those subtle things that helps put the customer's mind at ease. And there are certain things that I guess can't be sealed, but then again, like what he just said about like doing the thing with the shake is actually a good idea. Okay. Halakua, that DoorDash video was in fact a Five Guys shake. Oh, real? Oh, wow. Guess that's a coincidence, or maybe not. Arusa, I agree with you, John. Yeah. But that DoorDash video, there was so many things wrong with that. I mean, I know the kid, he was a child, so he wasn't thinking like this, but I am kind of wondering, like, why did the parent let the child answer the door to start with? I mean, there are so many crazy people nowadays. That's already kind of a red flag. But on the same token, the straw was inside the shade. That's the second and biggest red flag. I mean, I've actually had situations where people at restaurants, I guess their head is in the clouds or something, but they give me the drink and there's a straw in it. And I had to, I hate I had to say this. I had to tell them, do you have a straw? I can't give the customer this in this form. They're going to think that I sipped off out of it. Then I take the straw out and just get a normal straw. Part of me feels like I shouldn't even have to do that. See, mystical misfit. Ubereats fell off out here in Western MA. Okay, so demand has dropped down there. John Oliver, I do that too. And I have a staple gun, but haven't used it. Maybe some branded tape that drivers can use. Yeah, I mean, I just nowadays I wouldn't just give them an open bag. It's probably not too big a deal for some people, but if they can criticize it, then why do it? I mean, it takes 2 seconds to tie the bag, or like if you have a stapler, staple it real quick. I say the stapler is going a little above and beyond, but at the very minimum, tie the bag. Donald, there is no industry standard yet between restaurants. We have to set the standard. Yeah, um, I would say that eventually, like, this industry isn't regulated. Overall, I don't want it regulated, but it's only a matter of time before like the Department of Health gets involved and makes certain things mandatory. Even if there are separate drinks, it's nice to ask for a bag to put them in. Example, a bottle of water. I don't like handling that just with my hand. That's good tip, Lee. I do that all the time. Like and it bottle of water, like Cokes, just whatever. Now part of that is I don't want to be carrying it because the stuff is usually cold. And why would I subject my hands to carrying it? But another thing is you're walking up to the customer. How many times have you walked up to a customer and as you're walking or when the customer is in front of you, you get a ping for the next trip? You get a ping for another delivery. I want my hands to be free to go ahead and take that ping if I want to. Now, another thing is some of these restaurants will just give you the drinks. And if it's more than one, uh, guys, don't let these cats give you those drinks without a beverage holder. I mean, there's plenty of restaurants have them. And then you have to carry two drinks and the bag, which is putting more strain on you. When you could just have that beverage holder and hold it with one hand, or it just makes it easier. Mystical misfit, customers set standards. That's true. Yeah, that's unfortunate because that means that enough of them would have to have a bad experience before something's done. I'm all about preventative things, so I'd rather just do it before it happens. But oh, mic clipped off. Give me one sec, guys. There we go. Lee, hands free for the ping. True that. Yeah, these are the little subtle things that I've learned doing Uber Eats. Because I've had it happen before, and it just kind of sucks. Like, well, your hands are tied, so you can't do nothing. Then the ping just keeps doom 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 doom, and sometimes the customer's in front of you, so they're like, "What is that noise?" Mystical misfit, I agree. I say we all agree. Let's see. Okay. John Oliver, question: did Uber go public already? I.e., are their shares of Uber up for grabs? John, their IPO is on May 8th. So that's when they'll officially be a publicly traded company. Uh, that's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. I don't know about y'all, but I have little to no interest in investing in Uber or any of these apps for that matter. That noise is money coming. But Yeah, when they do have their IPO, I'm actually an investor. I invest in various stocks, mostly dividend stocks. I highly doubt they'll be paying any dividends. And even if they did, they haven't figured out how to be profitable. And just isn't throwing Uber under the bus. None of these apps really have, except arguably Grubhub, but they've been publicly traded for like maybe around 5 years. John, they should give us free shares. Haha. They did the appreciation bonus thing. That was more or less for PR. I don't know. Maybe they'll work something out in the future. I don't. Well, if it's money, I'll take it. But if I got free shares, I would just cash them out. Dimples on Demand. When is Uber going public? Their IPO is scheduled for May 8th. So assuming everything goes as planned, that's when the shares will be available to purchase. I'm trying to remember what the IPO is. I think they're the asking price. They're valued at 120 billion. No, or it was 90 billion. It was a lot lower than what they originally wanted, but I think Lyft going public first and watching that share price tank had an impact on it, so they kind of fell back. I think the launching point is going to be like at they're asking for something around like $60 per share. Lee, how about tips, guys? I've been attaching peppermints to bags. People love that. The individual wrap ones, stick them to the McDonald's bag. Lee, I will say this: if you figured out the strategy to make most McDonald's people tip, I think that's revolutionary. You should get a medal or something, because those are the cats that mainly don't be tipping. I've had there are certain McDonald's that do, but it's very few of them. In my experience, it might be different for y'all. I say that's a good tactic, and it's not gonna cost you that much to stick some peppermints on bags. And what little it does cost you, hey, at the end of the year, write it off. Just explain the situation. Then, anyone else want a bumper sticker that says "Pardon me, just going Uber fast"? That sounds pretty cool, Dan. Does that sticker actually exist, or did you make that up? Because if you made it up, you might just want to make that sticker and sell them. Um, I take that back. That's Uber's registered trademark. With them going public, maybe you don't want to do that, but I think it'd be pretty cool to have a sticker like that. Nipples for the man. Uber is booming in Brooklyn, but sadly, no tips. Dimples on demand. Is it like literally no tips, or is it just not that many tips? Because a lot of times in your city, certain areas in that city tip more than others, so you can get more tips just by sticking to a certain area in the city. Then peanuts with Five Guys deliveries they like. I can see that. Lee, haha. The secret is to tell them about it on delivery. It sounds like you got it broken down to a methodology. Deliver and say, I attached this for you. Enjoy. I like that. That's Lee. It sounds like you got some sales skills there. That works. I like that. Dan, but is that admitting to speeding? No, I think it doesn't directly imply it, so I think you'll be fine. Lee even got college students to tip. Haha, now I feel bad. Oh, Lee, don't feel bad. When you're delivering the McCheese or whatever McDonald's serves nowadays, or the KFC or the Five Guys or whatever, when them munching down while they're watching TV or whatever they're doing, I'm pretty sure they feel great about that, so don't feel bad about it. The tip was well deserved. John Oliver, Uber is a German word that means over or super. So why can't we use that word? I actually didn't know that. Hallelujah. Then I just started doing the peanuts from Five Guys as well. Excellent idea, by the way. Yeah. Ooh, I see. I will never forget to grab peanuts now. Thank you. Amen. These are all tactics you can use to make more money on Uber Eats. The thing with tipping, a lot of people get mad saying people aren't tipping, but they're not really doing anything to entice them. Like tipping is a bonus. It's not to be expected. So if you want that bonus, you need to do a little something to incentivize. And y'all are bringing up ways that you can do that. The little peanuts, the peppermint, just smiling at the customer, making them laugh. I've had customers where they're wearing a shirt and I recognize like what they're wearing, and then I bring it up and maybe we have a small little conversation. Just like 2 weeks ago, I saw a customer. He had a Dragon Ball Z shirt on, and Goku was on there. So I said, "Oh, that's a nice shirt. Is Goku Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2 there?" I knew he was Super Saiyan 2. I just wanted the customer to tell me about it so he could feel good about it. Like little stuff like that encourages tips. Let's see. Then we can nibble on peanuts while driving too. Cheaper lunch, always free. Dan, that's a good idea. Like it's harder in the winter, in the summer, but I usually keep something in my car to snack on. If for whatever reason, let's say it's about time to eat, and then Uber Eats just gets busy, like a bunch of guarantee orders start coming in or whatever, and yeah, I really need to hit this right now. I'll grab that snack, just hold me over until I finish so I can have dinner or lunch. Let's see. Then we are not tired of delivering pizza and Chinese. How about burgers and tacos? At least Cinco de Mayo. Um, I'm not sure I get that, Dan. I guess the smell has an impact, but it's not like you'll be. I will hope you're not going to be eating some of what you deliver. Lee, I find the biggest tips come on when the customer sends you to the wrong address. Go the extra mile, they get big tips. Thinking back, I could definitely see that. Most of the time, when I get a wrong address and they text or call or whatever, and they say it's the wrong address, they give me the right address. If it's practical, I'll deliver it to them. I still let Uber know about it so they can still reimburse the distance. But usually those people, they tip. I've never had an instance where those people didn't tip because they know that you could just say, hey, let Uber deal with it, and they would just have to place the order again, and they would just waste. The money for that trip would be wasted because it's 100% their fault. Let's see. John Oliver, we are all Uber bad or Uber good. Your choice. Uber fast, Uber good, Uber man, and Uber good Loha. Well, based on the German word, I guess so. I didn't know that about that meaning that in German. That's interesting. Let's see. All right. I'll go on to the 45-minute mark. Since we're getting close to the closing out, do y'all have any additional questions or comments about Uber Eats in general? Hallelujah. Just did a Uber Eats order to wrong address and customer called to give me the right address. She was so happy to get her food that she tipped me $10 and gave me a big hug. I've yet to have a customer give me a big hug. I'm sure that was nice. But you got to realize all the thoughts that are going through these customers' head. Like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the right address. Now they're going to charge me and I'm not going to get my food. Then I'm going to have to replace the order or I'm just not going to eat from Uber Eats today. All this stuff is going through the head. Did you take all that away by saying, look, I'll bring it to the right address, okay? Don't sweat it. Ooh, Russie, I got a hug once. Oh, I feel like I'm just cold type. I'm not getting any hugs. I've had a few Uber Eats customers flirt with me. I've had like some women my age have tried to flirt with me. But that's probably the most I've gotten. I've never gotten a hug before. John, got to go. Have a great day, everyone. Content uber cool. Until next time, later. Appreciate you swinging by, John. And great tips. You have brought some good questions and also some good tips. All right. Got a few more minutes, so we're closing out. Does anyone have any additional questions or comments about Uber Eats? Um, actually, just the thought of those guarantee orders now is actually getting me excited for the dinner rush later. Like I said, they should have did it from the start, but still. Donald, I still love Uber Eats. People are always happy when they get their food. Always invest a portion of your money, people. I couldn't agree more, Donald. Whether it's a literal investment, which is, let's say, in the stock market or real estate or something, or just investing in yourself, education, just something that's going to give you a return on your money. But since he did bring up investing, I will link to that Robinhood app video I did because that's a great place to start if you haven't started investing yet. I'll also be making a video pretty soon on some audiobooks. They gave me a strong foundation when investing comes. And I'll be doing other reviews on investing apps. There's all kinds of apps out there, and I'm excited about reviewing them. Let's see. Is Uber cool? 5 stars. Is super Uber super service? Based on the definition, the German definition, I would say it is, Dan. Lee, anyone having issues with the app? Boost not showing up on live map? Lee, I had issues with that on the old app. I haven't since the new app. So I haven't. Has anyone else had that problem? Now I'm assuming you're still getting the credit for the boost, but it's just not showing up on the map. Hallelujah. What is the difference between guaranteed and non-guaranteed orders? Hallelujah. And I'll link to the video, but a guaranteed order is basically an order that's been floating around too long. So on the Uber Eats customer app, it's guaranteeing, let's say, 45 minutes. It's gone past 45 minutes. So Uber is adding a little incentive to get drivers to pick it up. So let's say that order would have paid like $5.28. Now it's going to be like guaranteed at $7 or $8 as an incentive for drivers to pick it up. Versus a non-guarantee order is just a regular Uber Eats order. Let's see. Uber Eats incentive. Okay. Donald, compound interest, baby. Check out M1 Finance as well. They let you invest fractional. So much just for the fractional shares, but I'm gonna make a video on this, guy. So don't think like, oh, he's spending all this stuff just in this Q&A. I'm gonna make a video just like I did the Robinhood app. But their system lets you invest in percentages, and then you can decide. Then you want a certain percentages to be invested in consumer staples, a certain percentage to be invested in master limited partnerships. You can do that on M1 Finance, and I love it. I'll stop because I'm getting into this. Isn't the investment app Q&A, so I'm not going to go heavy into it. But I agree with you, Donald. Okay. Lee, no blue line showing. I really thought they fixed that problem when they went to a new app, because that was a problem I encountered on the old app when it had the red lines. Well, Lee, are you getting credit though? Well, let's say you can't see the boost zone, but if the order is in the boost zone, does it still have the boost attached to it? Lee, love the guarantee orders. I feel that I get them more often now after I did 500 plus deliveries. Yeah, um, that time guarantee that the customers have, it's getting to the point where the orders just can't get filled. So that's what birthed these guarantee orders. Lee, getting credit, yes. Well, at least it's not as bad as it. It'd be worse if you weren't getting credit for it, but hopefully they fix that soon. Cause I assumed it was fixed when they went to a new app. Lee, the arrow shows up. Okay. Hmm. All I can say is hopefully they fix it. It's stuff like this that's kind of aggravating. They hype this new app up, but it's like, what is it accomplishing? The only if they did this showing the drop off and all that right when they came out with the new app, I would have been, hey, I'm cool. The new app is justified. All right, everyone. We're a little past the 45-minute mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Plus, in a few minutes, I'm gonna get out there and hit it myself when it comes to Uber Eats. But I'm gonna end it by saying this is a great news that they're at least in some markets testing out. I'm not even gonna say testing out. They just haven't rolled it out in all markets yet. As far as these guarantee orders showing the drop off point and the restaurant, if all goes well, eventually that'll just be the motion going forward for all orders. So it doesn't matter if it's guaranteed or not. You'll just have this information in front of you. And that alone is pretty nice. Lee, just wondering if it's a tactic. I stay clear of the boosts. They usually are quiet. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it off there, guys. So this has been this wasn't a monthly Q&A, but it's been the Q&A done by the app Lifestyle about this topic. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.